Hello and welcome to another episode of SIP Solves. Today we have a special episode because I will be covering a selection of problems which have been published in the magazine De Problemist, a Dutch magazine which is all about draughts compositions. It's being produced by the Kring voor Dam-problematiek, like a circle for draughts problemism, if that's a word. Problemism means the making of draughts compositions, and it's quite an active club of people. And their magazine, The Problemist, it appears 6 times a year, every 2 months. And part of this magazine is a section called the Probleemrubriek, let's say the problems section, in which readers are handed a series of 20 problems, which they can solve and then send in solutions. There is a ladder competition. You can accumulate points every time, and at the end, if you're at the top, you get a prize. At least that's how I think it works. For the past years, the Dutch player Edwin Twist, who's like a combination specialist, has written this section. But from 2025, Hub Simons will take over. Also, what appears in this magazine is the solutions to the previous problem section, of course, plus the opinion of someone about these problems, because they are all new. So they haven't appeared before in principle, and this makes it also interesting not just to solve them, but also to rate them in terms of, okay, how good is it, how nice is it. And there's a nice mix of composers. And for the coming issue, the April issue, I have been asked to give my opinion about these positions as a guest writer, and I thought, well, that makes also a good opportunity to first try and solve these problems myself, because I think if you really try to solve them by yourself, you are able to get a good opinion, maybe even better than when you just replay the solutions from given by the computer to you. So I have put these 20 problems in 2 Lidrats studies, and in 2 videos I will give the solutions. I decided to cut them up because there is a risk of solving 20 problems to run pretty long. As you could have seen in the previous videos, even one position can take me a lot of time. So I will take it 2 times 10. Probably it's already challenging enough. I will quickly start now. As always, there is the link to the Lidrats study in the description if you were to try it yourself. Then pause the video, and otherwise just watch how I do it. Right, let's start. I don't have a lot of introduction per position. Just I copied some of the notes that Edwin Twist gave in his selection. So the first one is by I don't know the first name actually, by Kaciuska. I think it's a Lithuanian name, and serves as an introductory problem, so probably not that hard. We'll see. And I will try to kind of race through them as much as I can, because I have quite a lot to solve, and otherwise it will be quite a long video. So I will just focus on solving and not as much on explaining, etc. And of course, to give my opinion when I can. All right, let's see. There's already a lot of going on in this position with the black piece attacking in two ways. And I think I've seen the solution. Yeah. And the key move is, I think, the third move, which is a majority. So first white goes to king, 13-8. Black has to take majority. 8-2. And now comes the most important move, this puzzle, 28-22. And black king cannot take one, has to take two with the piece. And now white gives his last piece and is able to make a nice dance ending on square 47 in front of the other black piece. So yeah, as Twist mentioned, quite an introductory problem, not that hard. But still a nice one, just a clear path to win. Second one by Nico Knoops, Dutch author. Mentioned that it's already a bit more difficult, especially the end game. First move seems obvious, 50-44, but we'll have to see what happens afterwards. Yeah, obviously there's going to be some end game. And if I don't see it from here, I'll just carry out the moves to kind of speed up the process. Because there might be quite some variations. Yeah, I think I better just carry out the first moves. 2 for 2. Black has to take majority. And now white should take to 11, I think, and then to 6. After which there is a 3 against 2 endgame. Yeah, otherwise if I go to 13, I think you can even sacrifice 2 pieces. Like this. Oh no, sorry, you cannot, of course, because you will take 13. This could also be the solution, actually. This might be a bit less obvious than I anticipated. Let's think. So if you take to 13, black must move here. How is black going to get out of here? Or at least how's black will not, black will lose, but how does the variation go? Maybe like this. No, but then 9-4 seems to be winning. After, if black walks further, we'll just have a 1 for 2. After this move, I can also just take here, sacrifice, and go to 10. Well, black can play here, but then I have a choice to go to these 3 fields, which in serious compositions is never possible. The end is kind of a motive win, but since I can take 2 3 squares, it's not the intended solution, I believe. As a rule in draughts compositions, there's always one unique way to win. So yeah, black needs to come up with something better here. It even makes me wonder whether I put the position correctly, but usually I not more important to just try harder than to doubt the position right away. No, this seems correct. So here there's only one way. What could be the issue is 1721. If I go to 9, then sacrifice like this. And here the white king is a bit less optimally placed. Let's say here, and I cannot really stop this black piece. So this actually just might be a draw. Except if white can sacrifice first and then go to 9, but yeah, now 21-27 seems more likely to be enough for a draw. I don't see how white can stop all black pieces here. So I think my intuition was correct that we should go to 11, then to 6, because there's an immediate threat of 6-1. What will not help is 29-34, because what did I want to say? I wanted to say that white sacrifices, but it's actually not true, because here will be a draw. Because now black will not move to 28, but to 27. And there's no way to win for white. If I make a king immediately, then I can play like this, and also sneak to king. Yeah, I don't think there's a win here in this 2 against 1. The other starting move would be to go here, which forces 15-20. But yeah, I don't know this end game. It's 2 against 1. They're always only winning if they are known, and I don't think this is known. So maybe in the end we should go to 13, and after 17-21 I just have to try a bit harder. I think most likely would be then to go to 9 and each sacrifice here. Maybe now there is a way to somehow get this piece before it becomes a king, or to catch the king immediately if it gets there. Now I do see some ideas, like going to 1 seems logical because this prevents black from going to 34. Because I will simply exchange my king. So black should go to 33. Still, if black goes to 39, I will exchange my king, so I should go to 38. Perhaps now I should get my second king. And again, black is limited because if black goes to 42, I will put my king here on 29. There's no safe place to make a king. If you go here, white catches, and if black goes here, white also catches the king. So this is absolutely forced. And now the question is, can I somehow trick black? But I don't really see how. It looks like black can make a king here, unless we play 123, because then this will follow. But you should always look out for sacrifices if you don't have a majority endgame. Yeah, here black can just sacrifice, safely go to 49, reaching a draw. So this is not really the solution. Checking other ways to force here, but I don't see how that would help me. So we actually have to take to 13, because already after taking to 11, I think I proved that there will be a draw. And now the toughest defense is to go to 21. Yeah, sacrificing now doesn't make sense. So I think white should just proceed and let black sacrifice 12-18. Now we just have to try our best a bit more. So it turns out the second position is already quite a challenge, even though the first move was super obvious. Yeah, like moving to square one seemed just seems right. But maybe it's not. If you move to square two, black at least cannot go here because you can move to 16. Yeah, this actually looks strong because also anyway this move will follow to 16. So even after 33, 39, I will go to 16 and then finally stop this piece here. Of course, black continues. This looks much more promising. I think I see the solution finally. So we go to square 4. Black has to cross like this. And now we turn to 36. There's only one way, 37, 42. And now is a motive which is in Dutch called the schuiftrompet. I will just quickly look what the name is of this instrument in English. The slide trumpet or the trombone, and it's because white sacrifices here and then attacks. And the name of this motive is because this black king may slide as much as it likes, but there's no field it will live. So I think in the end we have found the solution. So obviously 50-44 to go to 13. Now black has to defend like this, 17-21. Probably there are no other variations. If I miss them, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, again, black has to sacrifice here, 12-18. Only question is, does it matter if I go via square 7 or via square 8? In these problems, there's always just one solution, so I'm a bit wary. What could be the reason for one of these squares to be correct or false? Can only imagine it has to do with this move, because as I showed after 29-33, 7-2, white will always go to 16. This is the key square. But in fact, maybe it has to do with this move. Because as I showed, now white will just make a king. Black goes away. We exchange the king, and white is just in time to stop the remaining black piece. So I think it's important to solve these bivariations and to try to find the only win. So if we go to square 8, maybe this turns out to be a draw. Let's see. We go to square 2. Here we end up in the main variation. No, I actually don't see how black makes a draw here. So maybe this move turns out to be a draw now. Not very likely. Because white already has two kings if they want. Well, it could be. Anyway, I think I will go to the next diagram, and we'll leave this as an exercise for the viewer. I believe this is a pretty clear path. Or should I also check this move right now? Let's see, I think I will go here, because if black goes here, and now here I will just stop it, so it has to go here, and now I can at least do this, attack, sacrifice one king, make a king, and then sacrifice the second one to win. Also nice sub-variation. And if black chooses to walk away, yeah, I think we just end up in the same, unless black doesn't want to give away pieces. And then black just loses like this. And wherever black goes, white will always sacrifice a king. Alright, so we continue the main variation like this. We go to square 2 and now always to 16. Ending with this nice trombone motif. Yeah, I like it. Alright, next one. Vitaly Varushyla, I think, is a composer from Belarus. The description says funny problem, and does it give a food for discussion? I don't know exactly for between who will want to discuss, but maybe some connoisseurs of draughts compositions have something to note about this problem. I see some interesting idea. But how do I make it work? Alright, like that, and there. But then how does it end exactly? So what I think is the solution is here to 22, then to 32. Then we have a free move, and then to 12. So it's funny, there's 3 moves in the same column after each other. But I'll just have to see how this works out in practice. Good training for the imagination. because I think in a way it could lead to a suicide if I see this correctly, which is obviously not the goal. No, wait, I think it is correct. Oh no, sorry, it's not, because I envisioned black would take here to 46, but in fact, after these two moves, black obviously takes 3 to 47. That means I have to look a bit further. That, there, and there. Yeah, it's obvious that white has to go to king using either this or this kind of sticky move, and then has to find a way to take all black pieces. All right, I think I finally see it. And it's funny that this piece will never be taken by piece 35. So we start indeed like this, 37, 32. Black has to take majority, another majority, and another majority. So 3 times 2 means 0 in the end for black. We'll end up with 0 points. And now it's important to see correctly how white takes like this 5 pieces, among which 1 king. And this 1 against 2 is a very known motive. Black will just be stopped in the corner. So that's a nice briefer in between after the second one with the end game. Next one came from Limpt, Dutch name, I presume Karel from Limpt. I'm actually not sure. Sorry. And there's a little asterisk here in the description which says that the amount of pieces is not equal. So we see that white here has, let's see, 8 pieces and black has 9. And this is a trifle according to twist. So let's see if it's really that easy. All right, probably go like this. Yeah, I think I see the solution. It's a little, just a funny one. Just a funny one. So, of course, white wants to make this shot at some point. But for it to be effective, we don't want to go to 30, but we want to stop at 19, so black has to take. So that's why we start here, 40, 35, then 35, 30. And then we play 12, 7. And it's this piece on 16 that's going to be black's demise in the end. We take to 5, so we immediately threaten to take these 2 pieces. There's only one way black can continue, is to go here, and now we sacrifice our king as a second shot. And now 27, 22 is inevitable. It will follow after each move. And in a way, each move loses in a sharp motive. For example, this one. And again, black is blocked in the corner. All right, time for 105. We are half an hour in and almost halfway the series by A. Moiseyev, who is, I think, Alexander Moiseyev, who lives in the United States right now. Nice pastime enjoy the add libs, and you have to explain a little bit here. Ad lib is short for ad libitum, Latin for yeah, whichever way you please, something like this, and indicates that there will be some choices involved for black, obviously. Choices of capture usually. Yeah, so I'll try to find it. The position is not that that nice. Black and white pieces are basically everywhere, but that makes it also interesting to solve. And black is already threatening to take a piece here. But in order to make use, gain a tempo, white's first move should be 49-44. Or that's the other option, 27-21, which, looking at it, is quite likely. Also, if I want to use the hint, because after this move, 27-21, and if whatever way black takes, first we take 13-22, it means that black will have to take here and then this one. It will always end up in the same position with the black piece here. Then white can take 49-38, and then black has a choice between 33-42 and 35-44, and you can already see that if black makes yeah, this capture, afterwards there's two captures that will follow. So white has quite a lot of tempos there, which makes it interesting for yeah, for a solution. Because free tempos give always options for combinations, and since this piece is close to king, we should be able to use it. So let's see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the solution will be found there. But always the question is, how does it go exactly? And what is the most crucial variation? Alright, I think I've seen all of the important ones, so let's just carry it out. So also for you, it's clear what happens. So here it doesn't matter if black takes either of these ones; it will come down to the same position because I take here, and there is a majority again. Now I would like to take here, and here there will be some branching to this move and to this move. Now I think what's important is Let me think, what is the main solution? Maybe this one. Well, actually, it doesn't matter if black takes here, because then the next move will always be there. So I should first check this one. It will give the most options. White has to go to 4. And now again, we have 2 branches. So this one is simple, 35, 44. Now everything goes quite automatically. We take 5 pieces. Black has to take 2, and we end up just with the king on 50. But less obvious will be here, I guess. Maybe I didn't even see this properly when I started. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't see this from the starting position, but I was quite sure this was the solution. So white now has to go only here. I cannot go here, because then I would take this piece twice, which is not allowed by the rules. So we have to take here the 25, and now whichever way black takes, for example, here there's always a 4, 1 for 4, which is winning this move. And again, we end on square 50. And last but not least, if black takes here first, there's another tunnel the white king can enter. It may be the most interesting solution, because you make a little round and end on 49 this time. So I consider this the main variation, actually. Yeah, so indeed funny problem with all the choices of capture. All right, 106, Herman Spanjer. Very active and productive composer, which is mostly active on Facebook, where he shares his creations, often with interesting text to accompany it, and yeah, has a lot of followers there. Semi-practical position with Timmer Endgame. Timmer, another composer of draughts problems from the Netherlands. Now I think the combination is easy to see, or quite obvious to me, but then the endgame will probably be harder to crack. So I propose to again go to the endgame. And the first move is the most interesting one, probably 33-29, which creates a lot of things. Black has to take majority, and now has to capture twice on the next moves. So white uses it by going to 39, then 46-41. Here's actually a little bit of a choice. There's no choice, because if we move here, black will take this piece. So it's important to first go to 33, and now 47-41. I think it's always cute if you use kind of a 2-piece formation in drafts, because for a column you usually need 3 pieces, but on the bottom row 2 pieces are enough. So it doesn't matter how black takes, white will always take 6 pieces on the next turn. And this is the Timmer endgame, I presume. They might have seen it on Facebook, but not sure if I recall all the main variations. or maybe not on Facebook, maybe in another problem section of the Problemist. It's 3 against 2, so it's not that clear. And I wonder how easy it is to find all variations. But I think a very important one is this one. So it's most logical for black to advance with the foremost piece. We go to 3 to stop this piece. If black moves away, we attack the piece on 33 and win it. So there's only one way for black to go to 21 and then to go to 38. And what's important now, if we go to 48, black plays to 24, and there's actually no way for white to win here. This is a threat, so white would have to play to 39, but then black can just go in between, and there's no way for white to win. White would like to wait, let black take this piece, but white has to move away the king somewhere and then spoils the win. So I believe the winning move is 44-39, and now the endgame will always turn into a 1 against 2. For example, 1923. And now we sacrifice indeed. And the white king can go to square 12, which in this case seems to be the only winning square. So I think this is one of the sharp variations. But here actually white has multiple ways to win. So to be honest, I don't know. Simple black goes here, and we just stop black on 47. Then the other variation is to go to 24, and here we also sacrifice. And now stopping it from the front is not good because of 44 and then to 49. So we have to always attack from the back side, and this may be the intended solution here, here, and we just stop at 48. So I think this is the one of the main lines. Now I should check some by variations. So here we probably do threaten already. What about this move? Yeah, here white just wins like this. Black has to close, and now this tempo to 47. Perhaps also other wins, but it's at least one way. This move is absolutely forced, so I think we only need to check other ways to start. For example, to 21 or to 22. After this move, I'd like to go to square 3. So after 29-33, we just come back to the main variation, but 9-4 might be stronger, in fact. Just because it introduces this immediate idea of come to 10 and to 15, for example, 21-26 to 10 to 15, can go to 31, but I play 44-39, and now Yeah, the only way is to 36, and just a 1 for 2 to stop the piece on 47. So I think this, yeah, is enough proof that that the endgame is winning. I think this is probably the Timur endgame talking about. All right, 107, Boomstra. So known name on this channel already. Practical position to end in the MJ Kuipers endgame. Let's have a look. It's quite clear how the combination should go. Yeah, and again, I will just perform the combination so we can solve the endgame afterwards. 35, 30 to 29. Wait, am I correct? I wanted to. Well, probably probably I am correct. Now, black threatens to take this piece, so there's only 30-24 to continue, and now the key move 31-26. And this is a funny situation where white will take both with the piece 36 and piece on 26. First here 3 pieces, and now here 2 pieces, and this 3 against 2 must be the Kuipers endgame. Let's see if I can solve this. Three against two seems to be the kind of a theme of this this puzzle section. And these kind of double diagonal endgames are never so easy. Seems like black will go to 45 at some point. So let's see if we can at least find out what the main variation is. Yeah, I guess I should just try a black move here. Let's say 30 wants to go to king here, which seems logical to me. Now the obvious move is to go to 3. Which must be correct. Black has to go away. Now white should maneuver in such a way that black's not able to at least build this position with 3 black pieces, because then always 40-44 is possible with a draw. Another funny idea is to go to square 12. Probably doesn't work here, but suppose black moves on, and to go to 45. It's always a funny way to stop these 2 pieces, because if black continues, there's a 1 for 2, giving away your king with favorable opposition. But here, yeah, black can just 2 pieces, 1 and 2, then move on. Most logical seems to push away this black piece on 34 to the side at least. So let's continue the search like this. Now I think what's important is that after this move, black would like to play 540, but that's the moment when white can attack on 49. So I think we should be ready for that. For example, something like this to 43, 45, and now any move on this line makes sense just to prevent this move by attacking on 49. But then again, black has one more piece, which is just going to proceed to king. Yeah, this might make it difficult. Maybe this is not the right approach to solve. I'm sorry. What other ideas are there? A better way to guard this diagonal would be to play 50-45 at some point. Maybe that's where I should look for. So now to go to 17, then just to play 50-45 on the next move. Yeah, that actually seems to be winning quite comfortably. I don't really see what black can do here. Because this line endgame is just winning. Black cannot pass this line anymore, no matter where this black piece goes. So I think it's black has to play something else to prevent this from occurring. Now here there's no other way. Yeah, so perhaps this move is better, because if now we attack on 3, black has this sticky move, 44 securing the draw. There's no way I can go. Black will always go to 49 or take my king. So this is actually trickier. So now my eye is drawn to this move to 45, which is funny. What does black do here? So after this move, we just return to the previous winning line endgame like this. But after this move, white can sacrifice 45-40 and go to 3. Now black has no other play than to go to 19. And now white just occupies the double diagonal. It's very important to know that one white king on this diagonal can stop 3 black pieces because black can give it away. But as we've seen already multiple times, black is blocked in the corner. Perhaps this is the main solution. I'm not fully sure yet, but yeah, it's nice and a cute move, 50-45. Yeah, the only other move is 14-19, but I think it will just come down to the same as we saw before, the threat of going to 17 and then playing 40-45. And even here, after 35-40, seems like white can play to 45 again with the same ideas. After this, we sacrifice and go to 12. And after this move, we again block on 17. Alright, so nice small combination and endgame, which is luckily I can solve. Let's go on to 108. Tavernier, I think is a French composer. I'm sorry that I don't know the first name. Maybe Arnaud. People will be able to tell me. Also a position that ends in a practical endgame by G. Niemann, which sounds like a German name, but I'm not too familiar with old draughts composers. Someone might be able to help me. But yeah, first I will have to find the solution. And this position is pretty chaotic. Black just attacked, went in between into the tunnel. Obvious first move seems 38-33. And then how do we continue? Maybe it's a bit too obvious because I think it doesn't work. Yeah, I see there's another combination for sure. And then it's just the end game again, which looks interesting. And I think this end game I should be able to solve from here. I will just take a few seconds. Yeah, I think I have it. So in fact the first move is not 38-33 but 39-33, its neighbor. Black has to take majority, 2 pieces, and now 38-43. Already creating many shot possibilities for white here. Has to take 4 in a funny backwards way, like a bicycle kick. Black has to take, then we shoot again to square 7. We move on to king. Now there's only one way black can escape being trapped with this piece being forced to this line. Black has to move to the left side. Now white attacks here. Black has to continue and cross the main diagonal. And I think this is the end game, what it's all about. And the first move is very important. It's obvious that white should somehow make this catching construction. But white cannot lose time by playing here. White will play 40-34 with 2 small variations. If black goes to 41, indeed, white's in time for the catching construction. If black goes, the white king will sacrifice itself and the black king will be caught here. So the other variation is go to 42, and here also we sacrifice our king and the piece to create an opposition. So yeah, cute endgame, cute position, nice one. Next, we're just over the 1 hour mark. I should probably update this clock in my screen. There is actually an hour digit as well. But only 2 positions to go, so I hope I will be able to finish soon. Army on Lammers, nice problem, funny mechanism. Army on Lammers actually one a Dutch player of my generation. I've played with him in Dutch Youth Championships, so nice to see him listed here as well. Black piece went into this small tunnel, attacking a white piece, giving me an option for some free moves. So I'll try to find it. And the route to king seems obvious like this. The key question is, what's the first move? I don't have a clue so far. All right, I see some sort of combination, but it's too expensive, I think. 38, 33, I'll just show it. To 19 and then 29, 23, creating this majority with the king. But yeah, we end up with 3 pieces against a lot, against 6. And yeah, this is not a winning one. There's maybe one thing to check is something like this, sacrifice and going in between, but here it's not that interesting. Would be if this black piece would maybe be on 34, then it could be more promising. So we have to find something else, but this should be in the right direction, I feel. Just have to optimize the idea a little bit. Yeah, I think these problems are always hardest to solve when white has a free tempo, and actually there are a lot of moves to consider, even a move like 40, 34. If you already saw the combination, well done. And I'd say combination-wise, this is the hardest so far. A few of them have been tricky because of the end games, but yeah, here I'm still stuck at the square one, so to say. Move one. And the hint says that it's a funny mechanism, maybe. This will give me some help. So I have to look for something that's maybe not quite ordinary. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so far this combination I showed is the only one that I see. Yeah, so yeah, I would like to get this king to square 40, but for that I should clean up this white mess in the middle. Hmm. I see another idea now. That and there. I think it's right. You just have to make it work now. Oh yeah, like that. All right. Yeah, so this is a huge red herring, this idea. It's actually not the winning idea, this shot. It has to do with a sticky move and uh, yeah, creating free tempos in the end and making a nice round with your king. So we start like, let me first double check if indeed the solution I have is correct. For myself to see the final position as well. Yeah, I got it. There will be one white piece left on 40. So this is the first move, in fact. But now the main idea is to play 28-22 and to create a way for white to go to king. But this turns out to be early. White first has to move to 19 and then 28-22. Sticky move. Black cannot take 2, has to take 3. Now white goes to square 2. And you can already see what's going to happen. Gives one more piece, and now it's time for white to make a nice dance. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces, and we end here. and yeah, the black king can escape, but only temporarily. White gives the king and catches the black king in the end. So indeed, yeah, funny mechanism, nice problem, quite challenging to solve. I wondered who saw this quickly. If you did so, let me know. Last but not least, J. Konings, I presume Jan Konings, I'm not sure, must be a Dutch composer. And the only description here says, inspired by Gerard Benning, another Dutch composer. Let's try and solve this one, the last puzzle of the first half. And to be honest, I'm not that disappointed with my time, even though we're already after the 1 hour marks. Not super fast, but also not super slow, and I'm luckily already at the last one. But this endgame could cause me some troubles because I see a combination, but we end with 4 against 2, and not 4 white pieces, but 4 black pieces against 2 white pieces, where I will luckily go to king on the next move, but yeah, let's maybe try. I think the solution, the combination I see is correct. So we start like this, 21-17. We have a free tempo, 50-44. Because we don't want to take 4 pieces like this, we'll end up at square 10 and we'll be eaten. We want to take like this. So we have to play 50-44. Now we just have to remove the piece on 29 like this. Give to 31, give to 41, to 42. 2 pieces, and now we are ready for the final shot. But this leaves us with 4 against 2. And these endgames can be pretty challenging. Especially because these 2 pieces are quite far apart, and it's not so easy to see when these moves will become relevant. First, black would like to do something about this threat to 3, so it will want to move one of these pieces. Well, I can already rule out 7-11 because I will just go to square 4, then go in between. Now, the only way for black to continue is 12-17 and 17-22, but I will just stop these 2 black pieces on the main diagonal. Usually one king cannot stop 3 pieces on the main diagonal, with the only exception if the black piece is on 5, because it's basically out of play. It doesn't contribute much. So I think the only 3 moves that are serious are 12-17, 18-22, and 18-23. We'll have to see which are the most serious. Let's try 18-22. Seems logical to go to 3. Black moves away. Yeah, there's actually one idea which might be very effective here. Which I thought would be to go to 14, but I'm a bit doubting now. Then just to move to king with the piece on 25. It's a bit simplistic, but it might work. Only thing is black can make this catching construction. So this might be enough to win. Now just to continue like this, or it's not, because now black can play this move. No, it might be enough for a win, actually. So this might be, even though simplistic, might be a winning idea. If black runs as fast as possible to 36 in order to start giving away pieces like this, then it seems to me that white is in time, or is, no, white's not in time like this. And here, no, we're not in time. This is a draw, and also we don't have a winning shot here like this. Okay, so we have to come up with something smarter. Most obvious move is to go to 12, I think. Win back one piece. Yeah, this looks very strong, in fact. Because again, black can just not allow white to take the main diagonal with only 3 black pieces. So in fact, this looks immediately over. Maybe only this move. Yeah, but even then I don't see any variations here. Alright, so black cannot play 12-18. Black has to cross the main diagonal somehow. And I think here it's already too late. So after 22-27, it's important to take to square 1. If we go to 23, then black's just in time to cross. If we go here, black doesn't have this opportunity. Yeah, here's just too late for black. So the only way would be to go to sacrifice here to 17, let's say here. And now crossing to 28, and now the trouble might start. Seems most logical to stop here. But yeah, now it's quite difficult to find the main variations. So definitely black will have to stop the white piece on 25. If black just continues like this, white will win easily. So black will play to 10 here. Now white has to make a move, do something smart. There are always a lot of ideas here. One could be to move like this, get this idea 2014 to work. Another one to go via the back, which is maybe usually stronger even. or in some inexplicable cases, white has to make a waiting move somehow, and then proceed to win. For now, this move makes the most sense to me. So if black continues to 33, we'll go to square 2, threatening 2014. Black has to give away the piece. And now black continues to 38, simply attack on 3. Black has to move away, and we have a 1 for 2. Eating the black pieces. Black goes to 39. This doesn't work because of 12, 17, and go to 44. Now we can, and maybe there are multiple ways, in fact. Think either this or this, and on the next move always sacrifice. Yeah, seems correct. Sacrifice and then attack on 3. This is one of these 2 against 1 endgames which is always winning. Black can only run, but will be caught in the back eventually. And yeah, there's no way of getting to king here. But I believe this also wins, like this. Sacrifice, and now creating this endgame. This pin. So this is certainly not the main variations with 2 wins. There's always trouble that black can also make a waiting move. Let's say here is more logical because after 12, 18 we just attack on 7 and 11 and white's winning. Makes sense to go here, 17, 22. No, maybe just the same, or is that 2? Maybe a bit too easy, because after this move black has this opportunity to go to attack, and now we are now white cannot create a winning 2 against 1. It's important to know all these positions, because here white doesn't win. White can again pin the black pieces, but now this actually leads to a draw. Only variation would be to proceed. Yeah, this could actually still be winning. Yeah, actually it looks very much winning after this. 15, 20. Yeah, it looks like white's just in time here to, for example, attack here, and yeah, all black pieces will be eaten. So this looks like quite a good way to win this endgame so far. Maybe I missed a better defense for black. Yeah, actually, I don't want to try too hard. It's already been 1.5 hours. Yeah, and if black plays here and here, there's another variation. Again, white has this idea. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day, this video, and leave this this position as an exercise for the watchers, because I think it's just too much for this this video. I will try to study it myself in my free time, and maybe come back to it in the second part of this series about the problem section of the Problemist. So thank you for watching so far. I'll just stop the time. It's been 1 hour 27. So I'd say a bit more than 1 hour to solve at least the first 9 positions. But then this 10th one is a bit more problematic, at least the endgame. Maybe it's a known one. Maybe I should know it. But yeah. Better to solve this kind of end games with more people, because then you can more quickly combine and find all the ideas that there are. Also for black defense. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 2. Bye.